I would like to share our house rule in online meeting. First, be present, be on time, arrive early and stay until the end because your presence matters. Second, please do rename yourself for the role takers is role/name. For Toastmaster is TM/name/club. For the guesses is G/name. And the third, support the meeting by mute your microphone, turn your camera, and share supportive messages in the chat. Fourth, keep it safe and kind. Avoid topics like politics, religions, or anything not aligned with Toastmaster international guidelines. And five, the most important, have fun. We learn best when we are enjoying ourselves. So smile, connect, and speak from the heart. That's it for me now. We are welcoming our Madam President, Toastmaster Leony.
All right, thank you so much, our Vice President of Organizing, Toastmasters Sultan, and happy morning, everyone. My name is Leony, and I'm the club president of SCBD Toastmasters Club. And SCBD Toastmasters Club is we are supportive, connected, brave, and developing together since 2005. We are part of Toastmasters International that has been established since 1924. Toastmasters International is a nonprofit organization that focuses on public speaking and leadership skills with 270,000 plus members in more than 14,000 clubs and throughout 150 countries. In Toastmasters International, as a club, we share the same values and mission. So I would like to call Toastmaster, I would like to call our past president, Toastmaster Andika. Would you like to read our values and mission, please?
Sure. So should I just read it?
Yes, of course.
Okay. The values are integrity, respect, service, excellence. And the mission is we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Andika. So that is our values and mission. And how are we going to do that? Well, if you join Toastmasters, there will be 6 educational paths for you to choose from. You can pick the one most suitable for you, from dynamic leadership, engaging humor, motivational strategies, persuasive influence, presentation mastery, and also visionary communications. On those pathways, there are unique projects to practice. For instance, there is managing difficult audience, then making a podcast, active listening, and high performance leadership project, and also many more interesting projects that you could do. Being a Toastmaster is your chance to be able to speak with confidence, build meaningful connection, grow as a brave leader, and also be a mentor and inspire others. Now I would like to welcome our supporting neighbors who will take part as our role takers today. Toastmaster Samuel Sim, Area Director D4 from District 102 from Friendship Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Akeel Lane, Vice President of Education of BRICS Plus Advanced Toastmasters Club. And Toastmaster Yuni Apiofa, Vice President of Education from Maranatha Toastmasters Club. we meet every Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. First and last week, we will do hybrid meeting, which is in Ministry of Education Library at Perpustakaan Kemendikbudrismen Republik Indonesia. And every other week, just like today, we will have it on Zoom. So make sure that you guys always come and join our meeting today and Friday night. All right, so that is all about Toastmasters and SCBD Toastmasters Club. Now, I would like to officially open this meeting by saying happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy
Happy
morning.
morning. Hi.
Oh,
Happy morning.
thank you so much. If you are asking why we are saying happy morning, because that is our special greeting. So no matter where you are, no matter what time zone you are, we always want to bring the vibe of happy morning here. And now, without further ado, I would like to hand the control to our Toastmasters of the day. None other from our past president, Toastmaster Garda Widi Nuraga.
Happy morning, and thank you, Madam President, for the lovely introduction. So, happy morning, my fellow Toastmasters and soon-to-be Toastmasters. It is such a wonderful evening to be your host, or so we call it as the Toastmasters of the meeting in every kind of Toastmasters meeting. My name is Garda, and today, every time that I join SCBD Toastmasters meeting or Toastmasters meeting in general, I am truly honored and also delighted to see many of various guests. And also just like today, we have numerous. I say numerous because I think that of all previous meetings, let's say in a couple of months, this is one of the meetings that truly resemble what international connection is all about. And that is one of the essences in Toastmasters, how we build network and how we build this kind of friendship, other than, enhancing our public speaking and also leadership skills. And just like what we are going to emphasize and we are going to encourage each and every one of you for today's meeting is that we are going to celebrate and also to emphasize what international connection truly is. And now, in SCBD meeting, SCBD Toastmasters meeting, we always have this question of the day, in addition to the usual word of the day that we always apply on every Toastmasters meeting. So with regard to this question of the day, and that is also it's embedded in the theme for today's meeting, is about the power of international connection. And as we have different guests from different countries all around the world, I would like to invite, let's see, can I have Toastmaster River? Toastmaster River Hill.
Happy morning, everyone from Australia. I am a member of a number of clubs in different countries, and I was invited to attend the meeting today in your club, SCBD Club. I'm grateful to be here and meet you all. I look forward to hearing some interesting speeches and stories.
Wonderful. Thank you, Toastmaster River. It is our honor as well to welcome you in our meeting, and thank you for coming and making your way here to SCBD Toastmasters meeting. So, with regard to our question of the day, Toastmaster River, since you are from Australia, maybe you can share with us where you're from precisely in Australia, and you can also tell us how is it like your place of living, perhaps.
I live in the city or outside of the city of Adelaide. It's one of the smaller cities in Australia. I'm not sure if you know it. And I live in the Adelaide Hills, and it's very peaceful, very peaceful. I like it. I like living a peaceful life. And it's cold, really cold at the moment because we're in the middle of winter, but the summer is nice and warm. And I like it here. Thank you.
Nice. And so Adelaide is in the southern territories of Australia, right?
Yes.
Okay, so oh yeah, I just remembered that it's winter in Australia. So by having listened to how you describe your place and your cities, it reminds us that even if that currently we are having this online meeting, but from what others are explaining about their living or their cities, we can also make it into our imagination and also put it in our pictures. Oh, this is how it's like, living abroad, and how are we going to, settle in. And thank you for sharing with us, Toastmaster River, and hope you enjoy our meeting today. All right. And before that, I would like to invite one more guest. Can I have guest Cintya? Oh no, Cintya is not a guest. No. But it's okay, Cintya. Just for Cintya, you can. Hi, just for Cintya.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and clearly visible. Hi, how are you, just for Cintya?
I'm great. What about you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. So, tell us, maybe you can share a bit, to Cynthia, about, where you're from, and maybe you can share a bit about your surroundings, perhaps.
Well, hi everyone. It's been nice for joining you guys tonight. I come from Yogyakarta, and now I'm living in Jakarta for pursuing a career here in Jakarta. Well, Yogyakarta and Jakarta are very different cities. Where in Yogyakarta, like every people is very hustle and bustles, but in Yogyakarta, the calmness of its city uh, becomes the main characters of its city. So yeah, nice to see you guys all here.
Thank you for sharing about Yogyakarta, Cynthia. And I noticed that, oh yeah, Toastmaster Sony and also guest Atik are also from Jogja. So, Sugeng Dalu. Yeah. So, okay, Sugeng Dalu is our Japanese language. It's like a good evening for everyone who are not familiar with Japanese language. So thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Cynthia. And I guess that is one of the, how we can also broaden our knowledge about different cultures. And because that is also one of the good things by joining Toastmasters meetings, because not only do we join this kind of session that we can also learn about public speaking and also leadership, but we can also learn about different kinds of stories, cultures, and also people, because those stories are lived up and brought by each and every one of you. And that is exactly the spirit that I would like to see through the entire evening. And since we also have the WOD, or word of the day, but that is not up to me to explain about the meaning and also how to use it, I would like to give the control to our general evaluators, because our general evaluator is one of the essential role takers that is going to explain and also introduce his team that will help us to make our meeting smooth sailing, right? And I would like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Samuel from Friendship Toastmasters Club. Are you there?
Yes. And I
Hi.
audible.
Yes, you are audible and clearly visible, Toastmaster Samuel. So the screen is yours.
Yes. It's such a great honor that being invited to SCBD Toastmaster clubs. As I see, this is a different cultures, and by the word of the day, we have the interchange of knowledge hope through this to go through these sessions. And if I'm not mistakes, there's a practice. Should I come question of the day or introduce myself first?
Feel free, you can do both.
I see. I go for introductions of myself first. So I came from Malaysia, which is the big city in Kuala Lumpur. So Malaysia is a well-known cultures, diversified, stunning landscapes, iconic landmarks, which is we have three highest buildings in the world: Petronas Twin Towers, Merdeka 118, yes, and the Exchange 106. And regarding the foods, right, I think delicious cuisine every country have their own delicious food. But for Malaysia's, what's so special is because we have three main races, which is Indian, Chinese, and Malay. And we are blended together. So when you see our words in sentence, they will be mixed and matched. So sometimes one sentences will come with three languages. So when you ask me what language is my main, it's hard for me to tell you because we already mix. Sometimes you will see a lot of filler words, especially, please forgive me if counter you catch me a lot of filler words because in Malaysia we have can lo, can ha, can yo, so this kind of filler words, which is came from our culture as well. And to cut the chase, let me introduce myself as a general evaluator, fellow Toastmaster and guest, distinguished guest. So me, Samuel from Malaysia, play as general evaluators of the day. My job is to evaluate the overall quality of the meetings from the structures, timing, smoothness to the energy in the room. I will pay attention to what we do well and what can be improved. I will working with my minions team. The definition of minion team, which is I have timers, counter, which is word of the day in SCBD Toastmaster Club and Grammarian and Ballot counter as well. So I will provide my overall observation and recommendation for SCBD at the end of the meetings. And without further ado, shall I call upon my minions to explain their roles? Timers, would you come into the stage to explain your roles?
Thank you, Toastmaster Samuel. Happy morning, everyone. My name is Olivia, and I will be the timer for today. I would say, let me answer the question of the day first. So I was born in Bekasi, but I identify myself as Jakarta. But my mother comes from Padang in Sumatra, and my father comes from Surabaya in Java. So yes, a bit different culture together. And what I do kind of impress, for me, Padang is I identify as delicious food, and also many people in my families, because my mom's families there is have quite a lot of siblings. And in Surabaya, I feel like it's a kind of like a slow living place and cannot go anywhere. And meanwhile, Jakarta, I identify as traffic jams everywhere. Okay, so my tab my role for today is timer, which is to just count all the time and notify for you whether you need to speak, you need to skip still speaking, or you need to stop. Long story short, you need to, for green, I will show you the example. So please wait a minute. Okay, I will for green, you need to keep talking until you look the green, you find the green screen, and you need to wrap your speech within 13 seconds when you see the red one. And we do have like green, yellow, and red. So the green one, we do have icebreaker speech, which is 4 minutes green, 5 minutes yellow, and 6 minutes the red one. And then meanwhile, for evaluation, we do have like 2 minutes for green, 2.5 minutes for yellow, and then 3 minutes for red. And we have the speech friendship station time, which is 1 minute green, 2 minutes yellow, and 3 minutes red. So that is all for me. I'm waiting for all the speech. Back to you, GE.
Okay, thank you so much for timers Toastmaster Cintya. Now we should move to next. Sorry, timer Olivia, Toastmaster Olivia. Now we should move to next. Ah-WoD, Toastmaster Maliq, to explain your role.
Thank you so much, Mr. GE. I'm sorry. Happy morning, everyone. Yeah, before explaining my role, I'd like to answer the question of the day first. Where I'm come from, and also tell about the place that I live in. I'm coming from the South Sumatra. Um, I was born and raised there, but I moved into Jakarta when I was graduate senior high school, and I think more than half of years of life I growing up in Jakarta, so I identified myself as also Jakarta people. And the place that I live in, yeah, I think as has been explained by Toastmasters Cintya before, where everyone's in Jakarta is basically like hustle, and everyone is very competitive here. So and also very supportive, like yeah, what we are experiencing Toastmasters. I really love living in Jakarta, and yeah, if anyone of you coming from abroad coming to Jakarta, and you can just coming to our sessions or just ping us separately, we can take you around Jakarta. So yeah, I'd like to explain my role for today as Ah-WoD counter. I will be counting all the filler words that occurs during the session from all the speaker, starting from the pipette speaker, the table topic speaker, and also the evaluator, and also all the rel taker. But please bear in mind, do not afraid to make mistake. Do not afraid to use the filler words. Just speak freely because this evaluation is just to helping you to be more mindful in the future delivery, so you can be a better speaker later on. But during your speech, just enjoy your time, speak freely, and inspired us with all this speech that you already working on or prepare. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much, and back to you, Mr. GE Toastmaster Samuel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Maliq. And now I should call upon Grammarian to tell us what is the role. Toastmaster Akeel, welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samuel. And I am so excited for this interchange this morning, I should say, because happy morning. With my answer from the question of the day, I live in China, but I'm from the US, born in the US. But my parents are from Trinidad and Tobago, a very small group of islands in the Caribbean. So it's hard to say where I'm from, especially since I've spent more time in China now than growing up than I have really spent in the US. But I'm excited for the opportunity. And whenever people ask me, I will still say from the US because otherwise they'll get very confused. That being said, the US is also a place where you can find a lot of interchange. And that is the word of the day today. If you forget what it is, you can look into the group chat. I just put it there. But you can also look at my background because I put it here. Not that I want you all to look at me all the night. Please don't look at me all night. Just look at me if you want to use the word of the day and you forget. Because an interchange, it just is something that is an exchange between people or groups of people. Whenever you come to a Toastmasters meeting, you are participating in an interchange. If you go to the offline SCBD meeting, then you get a hybrid interchange that's happening as well. Anytime that you want to open up your mind, it's good to find a place where you can have some sort of interchange of ideas. Hopefully you all use the word as much as I've used it tonight. Even if you don't, when you leave the meeting, try to use it as well, because I think this is the type of place we should all be striving to find ourselves in, some sort of interchange. Thank you all so much for the time. I'll give you all a report on how well you've used your grammar, as well as where we can improve it at the end of the meeting. I'll give the stage now back to the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akeel. And I like the way how you explain, which is very encouraged because all the words learning is not just live in our meetings, is for the future use as well. No matter it happens in Toastmaster or outside Toastmaster, as long as the words of the day keep in your mind. So for the person who used word of the day, could you guys give me a favor that give a thumbs up for them when they use word of the day. Give a very strong encouragement so that they will have more motivation to use it. So therefore, our grammarian will have a very good business today as well. Now, to cut the chase, I should call upon Ballot's counter, Toastmaster Winda, to the stage.
Okay, thank you, GE. Happy morning, everyone. My name is Winda, and I'll be your ballot counter for today's meeting. But before that, I will answer the questions of the day. I live in Bekasi. It's famous for industrial city, but actually it's more than factories and also traffic, of course. It's a place where there's a real interchange of people, ideas, and cultures because there are many workers come from a different region, different cultures, of course, and that makes brings life to the city. So that's why I love about my my city. And then I will explain about my role. My role is to collect votes and also announce the winners at the end. We will have 3 voting sessions. That is for favorite speakers, favorite table topic speakers, and also for favorite evaluator. I'll be sharing the voting meetings, voting links, in the chat. So make sure to vote today. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much. One thing unique about SCBD Toastmaster Club is you all have ballots counters. In Malaysia, we don't have that. And this is the interchange of ideas. Maybe I can implement in my club as well. Thank you so much, ballot counters. And now I should pass the stage towards Toastmaster Garda.
Thank you, GE, and the rightful introduction of your team. And yeah, that is also how we see the interchange is happening towards our meeting, because not only do we listen to what our role takers has to explain about their roles and their duties with regard to make this meeting is a smooth sailing ride, but also we can learn about different cultures and different people, just like we have mentioned before. And I just recalled that I haven't even explained and answered the question of the day itself. So, well, I was born in Semarang. It's a capital of the Central Java province. Well, I'm considered myself a half-blood. Half-blood means half Javanese, but I don't know about the other half because I was raised and grew up in Jakarta most of the time. So, if any of you, I noticed that many of you are coming from Jogja or coming from Java. If you talk to any of us, including myself, in Javanese language, I might be, just put a big smile because I can understand the intention of the meaning of what you say, but I cannot truly interpret the exact word of the language itself. But that is okay because I have seen many of us listened to different kind of language, different kind of songs, for example, and we get the same excitement, and that is also one of the good thing and the essence of the interchange. How the interchange connects us, how it makes us bond, and the bond itself getting stronger. So I guess that will be all from the introduction of today's theme and also the introduction of the team. And now moving on to the first session of today's meeting, that is the prepared speech session. So for any of you are being the first timer in any kind of Toastmasters meeting, prepared speech session is for the members to share with us about their projects by delivering their speech within the time limits that is provided. And I just heard some voices whispering in my ears that not only do we have one icebreaker speech, but we also have two icebreaker speeches that commemorates the first ever speech delivered by our member in Toastmasters Club, particularly in SCBD Toastmasters. And now I would like to call our first speaker, but before that, I would like to introduce and to call upon stage the first evaluator for introducing the first speaker. So the first evaluator, please Toastmaster Nabila to introduce the first speaker. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good morning.
Happy
Good
morning.
morning.
Happy morning.
Just like what our Tom says, tonight we have two icebreaker speech, and this one will be coming from our new member, which is Toastmaster Cintya. Toastmaster Cintya is taking the visionary communication pathway. As we see in here, she is aiming to become a strategic communicator and leader. This pathway is focusing on developing the skills of sharing information with group, planning communications, and creating innovative solutions. Without further ado, let's welcome our first icebreaker speech, Toastmaster Cintya. Finding the joy of being lost. Finding the joy of being lost, Toastmaster Cintya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nabila. Happy morning, everyone. Has anyone in this place ever been lost? Maybe when you were a child, or maybe when you're driving into some destination but don't know how to get there. Has anyone ever been lost? And how do you feel when you get lost? Maybe you feel panic, or you feel confused, don't know where to go, right? That's the exact thing that I feel for the last 2 years. I am Cynthia, and I am now entering a stage of life where people call it a quarter life crisis period. Well, now let me share with you guys my journey on finding the joy of being lost. I actually have a lot of interests, just maybe like you. I love music. I love also pursuing a career in law, but I don't know what are the things that I want to focus on. On 2023, I was graduated from law school, and I decided to pursuing a career becoming a corporate lawyer in Jakarta, competed with thousands other law graduates here. And moving into a new city in Jakarta, like I told you before that I come from Jakarta, I have to live alone here. And I feel like, God, adulting hits so hard. But then, despite all the chaotic, on June 2024, I feels awake because I finally found a joy. I finally found a therapeutic medium for myself to cope with those kinds of hardness in Jakarta. I tried to starting again my old hobbies in singing and also writing a song. And on June 2024, I was releasing my first ever single on all digital music platforms where you guys can also hear it. But I think despite all the joyfulness, despite all the euphoria that I've been felt it on my first 6 months after I releasing my song, I also feel so grateful because I got a lot of new opportunities from a lots of people, a lots of new things like collaborating with others, so far and so on. But those kinds of things also makes me have a new expectations rising either from myself and also from the people around me. They often ask me like, when will you release another song again? Or like, oh, now you already switch your career as a singer, no longer as pursuing a career as a corporate law. Those kinds of questions are really, really stressful for me. And at that point, everything has changed. I started to living the people expectations, and I focus on numbers, and numbers, like numbers of likes, numbers of streams, those kinds of things. The therapeutic medium that I used to feel, it then changed into a burden for me. And then I feel like I don't know how to describe myself. Should I describe myself as a singer, as a songwriter, or as someone who really wants to pursue a career in a corporate law? I never feel enough. I am lost. And then I realized one thing. I try to interchange my mind. I analogize it as a similar with how we use a Google Maps. I believe that everyone here use a Google Maps, right? And when we use the Google Maps, first, we start to use it by entering our destinations. And then after we enter our destinations, the Google Maps will given us the many route options like, oh, this way faster, oh, this way 10 minutes slower. And also we can use the best ways that suits for our needs. Like are we have to get to our destinations faster or just take it slow? So I think when we know what our destinations are and also the things that we need, and we focus on the things that we choose, I think the experiences of driving will also be more breathtaking. So I think same goes with life. I then started to think with the end goal. I mapped out the way for getting closer with my goals and focused straight to the goal. I choose my own timeline, not others. And bit by bit, the struggles along the way are very breathtaking and scary that I enjoy the most. Well, joining the Toastmaster and choosing the visionary pathways is also one of the things that I choose for getting closer to my goal. So now I am no longer living with people's expectations. I am a lifelong learner journey, and I found a joy on knowing myself better each day, and will never be labeled myself with one or just two things. I can be anyone. And I don't need to be rushed with anyone's expectations because everyone has their own pathway to reach their end goal. So do I. Thank you.
Wow, I am speechless for listening to how it's such a beautiful and heartwarming icebreaker speech to Master Cintya. And ladies and gentlemen, let's unmute yourself and give a round of applause and say congratulations to Toastmaster Cintya for delivering your first icebreaker speech.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Toastmaster Cintya.
Thank you.
Oh, it is such an honor to have witnessed and also listen your story about your journey that, sometimes we get lost in our life, but it is okay because at the end of the day, we always find the light at the end of the tunnel. And because of that, we get to find and to feel the joy of being lost. And thank you, Toastmaster Cintya, for wrapping it up into such a beautiful story that we also get to connect and, to imagine how it feels like to be lost sometimes. Thank you, Toastmaster Cintya. And now moving on to the second speaker, we also have another icebreaker speech, and I would like to call upon the stage our second evaluator to introduce the second speaker. So, Toastmaster Alan, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. It's such a joy to be back after some time away. Many new faces, but many familiar faces. And tonight I'm honored to evaluate Toastmaster Hanif to present his icebreaker speech. He is taking presentation mastery, as we can see on the screen. And I will say that the icebreaker is a beautiful interchange when someone can share their story, but we as an audience can offer support and also encouragement. And the icebreaker can be the first step of the journey of growth, confidence, and connection. So the purpose of the project is the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. So without further ado, let's welcome Toastmaster Hanif Abdurrahman Shafiq, My Relationship with English. My Relationship with English, Toastmaster Hanif Abdurrahman Shafiq.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ellen. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Can you guys imagine if you are a kid whose father is an English teacher, but you cannot speak English at all? And that's what has happened to me. Oh, so you are Mr. Fajar's son. You must be good at English. I only smiled and answered, not really. Why? Many students learn English with him. I only smiled again. It was questions that I was frequently asked as my father introduced me to his relatives and colleagues. Honestly, I used to hate English lesson. I prefer Arabic as it is easy to learn for me. I would sleep in class during English lesson. When I had English exam, I would stare blankly at the exam paper. Anyway, I would do the exam in the last 20 minutes before the exam was over. In every way, I could do the exam without thinking whether the answers were correct or not. And as a result, my English score was below the standard, and I had to repeat the exam. Now I have come to realize that English has many benefits for my future career. After I finished my senior high education, I looked for potential scholarship at campus that could send me to study in the Middle East, where Arabic is normally spoken. However, my application for scholarship was rejected. Anyway, I didn't lose hope. I started to look for scholarship that required English mastery based on IELTS score minimally 6.0. And I said to myself, it is impossible for me as I really hated English in the past. Then a question popped up in my head. I must start to like English. There will be no more hate of it. Finally, I started to learn English. And I continue to learn English until now. If I hadn't hated English, I would be successful in applying for scholarship now. Now I know, with English, not only scholarship that I will get, but also excellent job or businesses related with English. In Toastmaster Society, I have to speak English all the time. And that's why I'm interested to join in it. At first, I was in doubt with Toastmasters, but I made my decision. It is the best place for me to practice my English skill. And that's all about my story, how I started to like English and came to this community. And about me, I like to work out my body, exercise that I can do at home. My father said when I was a kid, I was thin. Now I have a little bit muscular body. The reason I do workout, it is not only everybody says, a broken heart guy. But I get the workout from my body. It is because of anime body figures like Goku, Roronoa Zoro, Saitama, and anything. And Toji, I noticed there's someone chat in Toji. And so I have decided to have bodies like them. I started to do some push-up, squats, jumping rope, lifting dumbbell, and etc. Though it seems impossible to have bodies like them, at least I have tried my best. And that's all from me. Thank you guys for your attention, and back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hanif. And again, everyone, I would like to invite you to unmute yourself and let's give a round of applause and congratulations to Toastmaster Hanif for delivering your icebreaker speech.
Congratulations,
Toastmaster
Hanif.
Hanif.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Hanif.
Your English is awesome.
You know, I'm truly hooked with the title of Toastmaster Hanif's speech about his relationship with English. It reminds me of, the English speaking skill that I remembered when I was in junior high, precisely when I was 12 years old. 12 or 13 years old. I was visiting my sister in Melbourne, Australia, and at that time I was with my brother-in-law, future brother-in-law at that time, in a supermarket, and I looked at the sign at the one of the sections. It's written minced, the minced meat on the frozen minced meat, and the exact word that I said to my brother-in-law at that time. Why there's a mice there, mice meat? Because I was mistakenly understood about the differences between minced and also mice. And I said fluently at that time, I said, oh, it's in Bahasa Indonesia, we call it tikus, right? Why there's a daging tikus in that section, in that rack? And then he informed me, oh, that's mice, not minced. But, time flies, and maybe that is also one of the reasons why I joined Toastmasters meeting to enhance my English speaking skills. And that is also one of the moments that you can share with all of us today. And, thank you, Toastmaster Hanif, for sharing with us such a very relatable stories about how you grow up. And you can always inspire us all with every kind of activities that you can share with us. And now let's moving on to the third and our last speaker of the day. I would like to call the third evaluator to introduce um, the, the last speaker. And the third evaluator will be Toastmaster Adibah. So Toastmaster Adibah, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Garda. Hi, my name is Adibah. Today I will be the evaluator for Toastmaster Vincent. He will deliver a level 3 project in level 3 project 1 in strategic relationship pathway. The purpose of this project is to build skill as a leader communication and focus on understanding diversity and building personal and communication well, interpersonal, and as a public speaker. The speaking will be in 5 up to 7 minutes. So without further ado, let us welcome Toastmaster Vincent Acknowledge. Acknowledge Toastmaster Vincent.
Happy morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Great, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt being ignored when you want to join some kind of event? Okay, I see some of you raising your hand. And how did you feel when someone ignored you? You felt sad, you felt angry, right? Well, that's what I experienced 1 month ago when I was doing some kind of seminar. So between July 2nd and July 3rd, I joined an architecture seminar which title was Starting an Architecture Firm. So that was a seminar which dedicated for architects to prepare their own architecture firm, as the name implied. The seminar was same as the general seminar which you may know. There was some of speakers who will share their experience, who will share their knowledge, and then after the seminar, their presentation, some of the participants will ask questions and having a discussion with each other, something like that. And in that event, I didn't only gain a new knowledge and a new connection, but I learned something more valuable than that. Some says that in order to get people to acknowledge you, you need to know about them first. But for me, I would argue that we can make someone who would like to acknowledge us without we know about them in the first place. Let me share my story in the seminar. On the first day, I was really passive. I was just being a spectator. I was just watching the speaker do the speech and the other participants asking questions and having discussion with the speakers. I just didn't say anything the event. And after the event finished, I tried to approach someone. Let's say this guy's name is John. Hey John, my name is Vincent. Nice to meet you. I'm an architect. And John said to me, hey Vincent, nice to meet you. I'm a landscape architect. And we were having a discussion, something like that. But suddenly there was someone who came to us and tried to cut us in the middle in our discussion. Let's say this guy's name Maxwell. But the problem was Maxwell only want to have a discussion with John, not with me. Maxwell was ignoring me. And then I was wondering, why did this guy ignoring me? And in my mind, I just feel really irritated. I feel really mad. I feel like I want to push this guy. Oh, why do you ignoring me, man? Please talk with me, man. But I didn't do that. That was just in my imagination. And John and Maxwell were just having a discussion, maybe around 3 minutes then, and then Maxwell left, and I continued to having a discussion with John, and then after the seminar finished, I came back home, and I tried to contemplate on what happened on the first day. What made Maxwell didn't want to talk to me? What made Maxwell only want to talk to John or to myself? And I realized that John was really active in the first day. He had so many questions and having discussions with the speakers. Okay, I learned that from that John, and I will need to apply that onto the next day. And so on the second day, I tried to be more active. I was asking some questions, I give some feedbacks to the speakers, and yeah, me and the speaker were having some kind of fun discussion in front of any other participants. And the result was, after the seminar finished, 2 persons came to me. I was really surprised with the result. 2 persons came and want to acknowledge me without I tried to know about them in the first place. 2 persons, the first one is some kind of a manager of a wood construction, and the second was like a facade architect, and also got a new connection on the second day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to build a new connection, you doesn't need always to know someone in the first place. Why? Because it is hard, right? Because when you want to go to join an event or in a seminar, you wouldn't know who will you meet. You will meet a random person in that event. And because for me, the main goal of networking, the main goal of making connection is to make people to acknowledge you. So they will immediately contact you whenever they need someone which you are capable of. And so everyone, don't forget, wherever you are, whenever you are, be more proactive, be more stand out in front of everyone, and make everyone acknowledge yourself. Thank you for listening. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting, TM Garda.
Wonderful. Thank you, Toastmaster Vincent. But even if that he's not delivering his icebreaker speech, but I would like to invite everyone to unmute yourself and let's say congratulations and give a round of applause to Toastmaster Vincent for delivering his level 3 project 1 in this session.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Vincent.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Vincent.
Congratulations. It's good.
Thank you.
I truly love what Toastmaster Vincent said in his last part of the speech, that if you want to build a new connection, you need to find someone at first place. And I guess that is also one of the good thing about finding someone or some place that you believe that it's a great or safe place for you to escalate and also to leverage yourself in order to be, a better version of yourself. Because like what you are doing right now, joining SCBD Toastmasters meeting, is how it resembles and also it depicts that your effort to build a new connection is by joining a new community that will be a safe place for you to learn. And this is also one of the good things by joining SCBD Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster Vincent. And now I would like to call our timer to give your time report whether or not all the speakers are eligible to be voted.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. I just want to say that all speakers are eligible. Yay!
Yay, congratulations! And now I would like to call our ballot counter to present us the link or also the method that you are going to make us vote with regard to who amongst the 3 outstanding speakers is your favorite to be voted as the most favorite speaker.
All right, it's time for you to choose for the best speaker. I already put the link in the chat box.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Winda and Toastmaster Olivia. Please, everyone, cast your vote. Toastmaster Winda has shared the link for everyone to cast your vote. So who amongst the 3 speakers is your favorite to be the most favorite speaker for today? Especially the most favorite prepared speakers. While we are waiting for everyone to cast your vote, we can always, make the times more efficient. Thank you for everyone who have voted. And now, just like what I put in my background, that after we finish our first session, that is the prepared speech session, that is now we are coming to the second session of today's meeting, one of the most excited parts in any Toastmasters meetings, because not only can the members join this session, but guests can also join this session. You can also enhance your public speaking skills and you can also train your impromptu speaking skills. And now I would like to call our table topics masters to lead the session. So our table topics masters, Toastmaster Leony.
Thank you so much. And back again with me. Today I'm going to be the table topics master. But this is a special day. So we're going to have a twist for this table topic session. We're going to name it Speed Friendship Session. So what is a speed friendship session? Speed Friendship Session is a fun twist on table topics where the goal isn't to give a solo speech. It is to have a mini conversation and make friends, of course, because it's a speed friendship session. So how are we going to play this? 2 participants will be selected randomly by me for each round and have a conversation for 2 to 3 minutes. You'll be given a shared topic. It could be anything from serious to not so serious. And then you will start by greeting each other and introducing yourself briefly. Participant 1, start the conversation with a story. And then for 1 to 1.5 minutes, Toastmaster Olivia will change her background into green. That means you should start to invite participant 2 to share their opinion or story. And then participant 2 will respond and add the story or thoughts. And then when it goes yellow, participant 2 should start wrapping up. And then both participants will naturally try to end the conversation. So by the end of 3 minutes, the conversation ends naturally. That is how you will do it, yeah? Don't worry if it looks so confusing. I have an example. First, topics talking about apples and their colors. For instance, participant 1, Zara. Hello. I think I need someone here. That's with Olivia. Can you read down Zara and I will read down Ricky?
Sure. Hi, I'm Zara for Kuala Lumpur. I have a serious trust issue with apples. I once bite into a shiny red one thinking it will be sweet, but turns out it was as sour as my Monday afternoon mood. Since then, I only go for green apples. At least they're honest. What about you? Red or green?
Hi, Zara. I'm Ricky from Jakarta, not Jakarta, Jakarta. I get your trust issues, and that's why I judge apples by their crunch. Color doesn't matter. One time, I brought an apple to work, thinking it was red and juicy. Turns out it was one of those mealy ones. Total betrayal. Ever since I've had this rule, if apples could talk, they should wear name tags with their flavor profile.
Haha, I love that apples with name tags and appreciate that kind of honesty. Like a fruit version of LinkedIn. Hi, I'm Crips, mildly sweet, ideal for pies.
Exactly, and maybe we could create a global Apple interchange program where people submit Apple reviews so we stop falling for the pretty ones with no substance. By the way, nice to talk with you, Zara.
Likewise, Ricky, we've had such a fruitful meeting here. We should talk more later.
Yeah, look at that. That is the example of our crunchy conversation. So yeah, that is how you are going to do that. So make sure that it's not that crunchy. Maybe you can get a little bit of flavor there. So for the first one, I think I'm going to ask someone that I think could give an example as well. I would like to call Toastmaster Andika first, and then maybe Toastmaster River.
Okay.
All right. Okay, are you, do you guys understand about the whole thing? Or should I? Or do you have any questions for this?
No.
Okay, that is great. So here's a topic for both of you. I hope you both has been spotlighted because I couldn't see. Okay, here's the topic. You both share a passion for Toastmasters and try to interchange your experience in the club. Remember, word of the day is interchange, so make sure that if it's possible, use it. Okay. You both share a passion for Toastmasters and try to interchange your experience in the club. Toastmaster Andika and Toastmaster River.
Hi, my name is Andika. I am actually from Jakarta, Indonesia, but now I reside in Hong Kong. And I have been in Toastmasters for 5 years. And I would say that my experience is like a roller coaster in this club, especially in SCBD Toastmasters Club. Somehow I interchange my experience from joyful, sad, exciting. All of the emotions actually are mixed. So I'm wondering whether there are also Toastmasters who felt the same way. However, after being 5 years in Toastmasters, it gets me excited, especially when I live in Hong Kong now. I could visit other clubs which have different settings, different environment, different way of greetings, and I'm interested to know about you. What about you? What's your experience?
Thank you for the question. I am Toastmaster River from Australia. I'm in a number of clubs. I've also been in Toastmasters for 5 years, so we have that in common. We must have been inspired at the same time. I also a roller coaster, really. I came in maybe hopeful, but not really with any other expectation, just hopeful that I can develop some confidence and communication skills. And I went from not having the confidence to developing some confidence and then being involved in club leadership and contests, and then it takes on a different tone and energy from when I first joined. Now I'm in a number of clubs in different countries interchanging different ideas, and I'm very grateful to hear your experience as well in Toastmasters. And what I'd like to know is where you will go from here with your Toastmasters journey.
Every time I've been asked that question, so what's next?
Okay.
I think what is important is to apply this knowledge and skills to my other path of life. In this case, it's the professional life. But after having an interchange of experience, Toastmaster River, if you could describe and then explain your journey in one word or maybe two words to others, what will it be?
Transform. Especially from the beginning of feeling not being able to stand up in a club and give a speech, to this year standing up in district and winning district prepared speech contest, getting first place in one, third place in another. It's unbelievable for me. So I'd have to say transform. And what about you in one word?
Delightful. That will be it. Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster River. Have a great one.
Thank you.
Wow, such a delightful and also transforming conversational session we have here. So I hope that give all of us also a little bit of example again about how to do this, okay? So make sure that you just have to tell us to me. Okay, now next for the second person, I would like to ask our immediate past president, Toastmaster Donna, are you available to talk or no? Okay, she's probably not available now. I would like to ask visiting Toastmaster Gwen from Achievers Toastmaster Club. Would you like to try our speed friendship?
Sure, I'll give it a go. Thank you so much.
Okay, so and then the other one would be maybe Toastmaster Anyang. Toastmaster Anyang, Toastmaster, would you like to try? Okay, thank you. So okay, Toastmaster Gwen will be the participant one. And Toastmaster Anyang will be the second. Here's the topic for both of you. Toastmaster Anyang and Toastmaster Gwen, you are both telling each other about your happiest, newest discovery, a place, a hobby, a person, anything. You are both telling each other about your happiest, newest discovery, a place, a hobby, a person, or anything. Toastmaster Anyang and Toastmaster Gwen.
Hello, I'm Eun-young. I'm from Schoolmasters Club in South Korea. So I have joined Toastmasters 2022 January. So it had been almost 3 years, and nice to meet you. The happiest moment, which is that discovering some myself that, at first I think that I couldn't do this, but after I learned or after I experienced, I could feel I could do. And so it seems like, getting out of my comfort zone. So that's the newest happiest thing to discover. So what about you, Quinn?
Thanks for that, Anyang. I'm Gwen, Toastmasters Achievers from the Philippines, and I recently joined Toastmasters just last year. And for me, the best discovery that I had was just recently. I just came from a run and I discovered this coffee shop nearby. I never thought it was there. And the cool thing about coffee shops are they are the place where you can interchange ideas with a cup of coffee. And that's what I thought be a good reward sometimes, because I tend to go to different places to not to my unusual route, and I discovered some new things. just like that coffee shop. Aside from what you've discovered lately about yourself, Anyang, can you share us more about the strengths that you have discovered?
Yes, sure. Actually, I love this from Toastmasters. And I thought that, maybe 3 years ago, I couldn't imagine talking with someone else in English because at the time I was, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And that's all the thing I could answer. But after I attended the Toastmasters every day and every week, then I could speak more fluently or naturally, and I feel more comfortable speaking English. And that's the thing that I found myself. I can be a better speaker and better English speaker. So yes, thank you. I'd like to hear some more details thing in your favorite cafe or any Toastmasters experience.
Actually, Young, I wish you were here. We could talk about many things right now because, like you, I'm also scared of public speaking and speaking with other people. Thank you so much, Tia Leony, for this opportunity to be here and talking to other nations. And yeah, that coffee shop is really a breath of fresh air. Really, I wish we could take a cup of coffee and talk some more, but the time is already red.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Wow. I think this is such a successful friendship session, right? You guys are already talking about going to a cafe. That is nice. Thank you so much. Now I would like to call two other participants. Maybe I would like to call our guest. Our guest, Farah Zulina. Would you like to try, guest Farah?
Hello everyone. Happy morning. Yes, I'd love to.
Oh, great. Thank you. I would like to maybe call guest Atik Fauzia. Would you like to participate as well, guest Atik?
Yeah, sure. I'm listening, but I'm on my way home and I'm on LRT. So I just hadn't opened my camera.
Okay, but can you
Because I'm standing. Yes, sure.
Okay, so you would like to try as well. Okay. All right. So guest Atik and guest Farad, here's your topics for both of you. Guest Atik and guest Farah, you are both reflecting on friendship. What makes someone a really good friend in your eyes? You are both reflecting on friendship. What makes someone a really good friend in your eyes? Guest Atik and guest Farah, the screen is yours.
Okay, yes, thank you. Hello everyone. Happy morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Farah Zulina, and right now I'm a consultant. And basically, I have some experiences about getting a friendship in my during my experience, and I consider about one or two behavioral personality that I really adore. First is respectful and also the honesty. How about you, Atik?
Hello, my name is Atik. I'm on LRT now. Am I audible?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. So I'm also coming from a consultant industry. Currently, I'm working as a corporate trainer and answering the questions about friendship. To be honest, I don't have so many friends in this age, this moment. But the one that still be there for me until now is um, is someone who really understanding and truthful for me, and we can trust each other. It's like we have a same frequency when we are talking about, so we are not reluctant to just talk about silly things. And yes, That's all
Okay.
for me.
Okay, thank you, Atik. And what would you mind to describe about, have you experienced like a bad relationship during our life? Because I've experienced when I was senior high school. Basically, I have a friend that literally, I can say that they are slandering me about something that I didn't do, but and intentionally, but I do the reason why behind, and after that, I just try to figuring out what is the positivity through my friends. And how about you?
Oh, sorry, it's a little bit noisy due to the voice here.
And that's okay.
Maybe you can continue first, Farah, because I need to, I mean, like, get get out from the
LRT. Okay.
transportation.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Actually, the meaning of true friendship, it's not literally about we know about the personality, but also how they can support us in a personal and maybe not only about the present, but it's about how they understand without asking for our problems, right? So yeah, I do believe that the friendship is not only about respect, honesty, integrity that we should build, but also like the one who support us, and also like yeah, we can share our thought, we can share our problem to them, but they do not intentionally share our problems to the others. So yeah, that's the meaning of my true friendship from my experience. Thank you. I think
I do agree 100% with you, Farah. Me too. Same energy.
okay. Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Wow, that is amazing. You both have the same energy with the positive vibe, yeah? Hopefully you guys could talk more later on after this. Now I would like to go for our last pair. I think this is going to be our last pair. Maybe guess Lee. Guess Lee, would you like to try? Guess Lee from China.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then Toshihiro-san, would you like to try?
Okay, come on.
Okay, so here's your topic for both of you.
Great.
You are both having a deep talk about confidence. What is something you are still working on believing about yourself? You are both having a deep talk about confidence. What is something you are still working on believing about yourself? Guess Samli and guess Toshihiro.
Okay. I'm first, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, Thomas.
Yes.
No, my name is Sam. I come from China, Shanghai. And something still working on is myself is to try to build the face of myself, ability of the work. In my working place it's always challenging because people is compare each other. So I have to building myself, building the face of myself. I can do it. I have tried to build, level up myself. But say is thank you for Toastmasters. Because of Toastmaster, I actually really build up a lot of face of myself, especially on the stage. Everything is actually encouraging me. So, sir, what's you things tries you still building up for yourself?
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. It's my name is Toshihiro. That came from Japan. The One World Club in the international campus. International members is in Japan. Common language is in English, and I have the 4 years the Toastmasters career is learning up the confidence and learning leadership skills. As a big change, big theme change in my Toastmasters. The different colors, and the different club is the different colors. With for example, with a rainbow. Rainbow is 7 colors in Japan, but European is 5 colors. French, yes, it's 5 colors. we can see the same rainbow, but the different colors. It's a very Toastmasters is a very basic one. Also, the every colors is a different viewpoint. It's a very diversity. Is a very good point. It's my change in my Toastmasters activity. Okay, thank you.
Well, I think it's like a cultural it's changing for the
Mhm.
years, I guess. The different cultural have different expectation for the colors, for the rules, I guess. It's actually the first time I've been Indonesian International Online Cup. So I saw it's quite a lot of different from my local cup. It's quite really interesting, and I was surprisingly, I was it was quite really. I still put that way. It's interesting. I see different culture. I see a lot of communications are different in different way, but it was lighting me. It was open my eyes to see a lot of different things. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. As I saw, it's on COVID-19, it brings us a 2-1. It's a dark side and bright side. Our life is a silver lining. Dark one said, we have to focus on the right side. It's a silver lining. It's a better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Back to you.
Back to Toastmaster. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. So I think both of them are so into Toastmasters and agree that Toastmasters bring colors, and I love that you guys turn it into a deep conversation. I think if we don't stop you, you guys will stop again until tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you so much for both of you. And yes, I still want to continue this speed friendship session, but unfortunately we are run out of time. So I hope that through the communication interchange, it could lead to a meaningful relationship and lasting friendship as well, because it could have a potential to do that. So that is all from me. I hope you all enjoy the session. Back to you, Toastmasters of the Day, Toastmasters Garda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Leony. You make this session is like a jaw-dropping moment because I never thought that this table topic speech session would have turned to be a speed friendship session. Having listened to four groups of speakers, even though that they just met tonight, but it feels like listening to their stories or their speeches. It was like they've been friends for decades, right? You just like what you said. If we don't stop them, you don't know how the conversation can go as far as possible. And yep, thank you, Toastmaster Leonie, for bringing such a wonderful interchange for today's meeting, because we can get to know each other really well by listening to their stories and how they respond to each topic. And before we proceed to the last round, I would like to call the timer whether all four groups of speakers are eligible to be voted.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. I agree with Toastmaster Leony said. They have such a wonderful connection together that two pair of them is not eligible to be voted. So only two pair is eligible to be voted, which is Toastmaster Queen and Toastmaster Enyong, and guest Sam and guest Toshihiro. Okay, back to you, Toastmaster meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Olivia. And now I'd like to call Toastmaster Winda to present us the link for the voting, whether the second group or the last group is your favorite to be voted as the most favorite speed friendship session.
Okay. Just a second. Okay. Yeah, I
Right.
already dropped the link to vote.
Thank you, Toastmaster Winda. So everyone, you may cast your vote to decide whether the second group, Toastmaster Queen and Toastmaster Unyong, or the last group, Sam and Toshi, is your favorite to be voted as the most favorite speed friendship speakers. While everyone is casting their vote, I would like to ask our VP Operational or the SIA team to, capture this beautiful moment because we have such a very heartwarming interchange today and very heartwarming session to capture the beautiful faces of each and every one of us in a photo session.
Yeah, I'll back up our TPO because it has technical issues on his laptop. So let's turn on your camera, everyone. Be careful that I need to take a lot of photos. We have 2 slides here. So be patient and stay on your pose. Okay, first thing, get ready in 1, 2, 3. Okay, second pose. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Wait, there's still more because we have so many guests today. Third pose. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Get ready. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's all. Back to you, Mr. Tom.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sony, for helping us with the photo session. I hope that everyone has casted your vote. And now let's move on to the last session, that is the evaluation session. This is very intriguing because evaluation session is actually the heart of Toastmasters because we can learn from every evaluator speaker and also the last one from the evaluation team so that we can all learn what things that can be improved with regard to how to make this meeting better in the next round. So I would like to call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Samuel, to lead the session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gara. And now is my session. Thank you so much, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. So before we begin with the evaluation segment, let me ask you this. How do we know we are doing the right thing? Okay, and if we doing there's something wrong, what could be the consequences if we never find out? So that's why in Toastmasters, evaluation is a heartbeat of the entire our learning journey. It's feedback that tells us where we are and the guide that helps us to get out where we want to be. Without it, we might repeat the same mistake without realizing it. It's kind of serious, right? Just like driving with the eyes closed, it's very dangerous. Remember, Toastmaster is a safe platform for you to learn, and evaluators is not a judge. So there's no right and no wrong. It's all of us as evaluators or general evaluators, we just an ordinary members. Just like a role have no criticize, but help us to grow. Today, let me welcome all the evaluators, with the open-minded, don't take it personal, take as a field of improvement. Without further ado, let me call the first evaluators, Toastmaster Nabila, to deliver your evaluation.
Thank you, Ji. Have you ever been lost? That was the question that Toastmaster Cintya delivered in her speech. During her speech, she confidently shared to us about his own journey of being lost, where she is eventually found herself. During her speech, she have shown us a good example of giving a speech with a good structure, starting with an engaging question, and then she also tried to get our attention by telling us about the story of her life when she just moved here to Jakarta from Yogyakarta. And then, not only that, she also have showcased a good example and explanation when delivering her speech. As an interchange, I believe Toastmaster Cintya can improve her next speech by improving some points. For example, the first one is vocal variety. I noticed that in this speech, she also tells us about what others says when she is doing the things that she wanted. In this example, she could improve her speech by giving a different pitch or tone. For example, I don't care, when she is saying that other people just judging her when she has a lot of things that she wanted to do. Or even better, she can also sing because she has told us that actually she has a passion in singing. And then the other thing that I would like Toastmaster Cintya to improve in her speech is also to give a grace of time after she is asking us a question. It is already a good point when she asks us, have you ever been lost? But then it took a bit too fast for her to continue her speech. In this point, she could leave some seconds to go by as to capture the attention of the audience. This way, she could really have the engagement. I believe Toastmaster Cintya will improve more in the next speech. That's all from me. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Wow, thank you so much, Toastmaster Nabila. Have a very wonderful, constructive feedback. So now I should call upon next evaluators, Toastmaster Yuni, on the stage.
Thank you, GE. Please raise your hand if you are familiar of using public transportation. Same here. When I saw Toastmaster Hanif, it's like seeing a train. And we are very excited. Wow, that's my train. Toastmaster Hanif introduced very first at the beginning of his speech with his story of his father. He showed courage to show his vulnerability with his English experience. And that's very strong point of his speech. And remember, when you are in the train, there's also a voice within the train. And we can hear a confident voice from Toastmaster Hanif deliver his speech. The other thing that I liked from Toastmaster Hanif's speech was his openness to share many stories. For example, he also mentioned about his past experience, not only about English itself, but other language. That shows his persistence in learning something new. Toastmaster Hanif can work on to leverage his speech by three things. First, he can use more powerful facial expression. For example, when he got commented by many people about his father, who was an English teacher, and then something not aligned with him, he can show his expression. And please explore your physical gesture, not only facial expression. And the last, just imagine a very busy station like Duku Atas, the interchange station. By sharing the story of his hobby about workout, he can elaborate it to tie the story about that point to his experience with English. For example, he might say that I am a learner. So when people correlate himself with his father about that, I'm also learning, like how I learned to work out. So to make it fast and strong the train, please, I challenge you to better speech in standing position. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ellen. And I will preserve my meetings. But before I move to next speakers, shall we encourage each other to use the word of the day, interchange? So if you use it, please thumbs up one more time, okay? So now we shall move into the third evaluators, Adila. Adila, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Knowledge, I feel and I can connect with the story Toastmaster Vincent delivered tonight, and I feel very amazed with how he give the compelling hook that draw the experience. And also I feel notice a very good expression through the story, like every step by step of story, Toastmaster Vincent give a different face expression that explain how he feel, and I can connect with him, and I also believe the audience also can feel it. And also it's also support by his body language that explain also how he feel, how the step by step the story, and like wow, I like the synchronize between the face, the story, and also the body language. And I I suggest keep this all the time because it's also it's a really good, and I also learn much from this. And uh, there are also some area for interchange, and I believe this can make Toastmaster Vincent connect deeply to the audience. Like first is vocal variety. I noticed when Toastmaster Vincent tell the story, I feel with the expression, the body language, I can feel all of the story, but a little bit feel like off with the vocal variety. Like through the story, the tone of vocal like a little bit same. So if I just hear his voice, I cannot feel different his emotion there. And actually this is also happened to me if we difficult to make a different vocal variety. So uh, actually I suggest maybe you can try here and some vocal variety. And it's good because you can connect deeply to the audience. And the secondly is I feel Toastmaster Vincent a little bit hold his emotion. So I expect him just pour your own emotion and just be more in connect deeply with the audience. Okay, so overall it's with Toastmaster Vincent, and thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adibah. So, as a practice of SCBD Toastmasters, there's a break in between. Once we have three speakers, right, there's a break in between. And followed by the agenda, I should call upon one guest to answer the question of the day. Let me randomly pick. Our guest, Ethan. Ethan. Are you there? Our guest, Ethan? If no, then let me minimum. Okay. Our guest, how about our guest, Sophie? Also not applicable. Now let me see. Okay, let me pick our VPE. Is that okay for VPE to answer the question of the day?
That's unexpected, but it's okay. I can answer it. Okay, thank you, Mr. G, for inviting me. So yeah, I have put on the chat box that I am from Jakarta, one of the city that has different vibes. If you imagine that Jakarta is like bustling cities and business cities, Yogyakarta is one of the more laid-back cities. Just imagine like maybe some similar vibes with Bali or Phuket, like that. One thing that I learned is that people usually love Jogja or Bali for its slow down, slow living. But once I moved from that city, that slow living city, to this bustling city, I interchanged some principle that I have never felt this kind of fast-paced moving in my hometown. And that actually one thing that made me keep growing and want to grow more as a person. So I would say that either way, either kind of cities, whether you are living in a bustling cities or you're living in a slow living cities, both of them will have their own wisdom for you. So choose wisely. Thank you.
Wow, well explained and very good instructions. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonny. And since we have our guest, Ethan, have switched on his camera, why not you try on the questions of the day? Would you like to take the challenge?
What is the question again?
Where are you from? And how the place? How is the place?
Jakarta. And the place here to me is it's very crowded, so there's a lot of traffic. But there is a lot of resources here, such as libraries and public transportation.
And do you like the city?
What?
Do you like the city?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
The city is good, but sometimes the traffic is sometimes unbearable.
Okay. So, what do you do when traffic is really bad?
I just be patient until the traffic finishes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have willing to take on the challenge to answer the question of the days. Everyone give our guest Ethan a big round of applause. So now shall we proceed to the last evaluators, Toastmaster Yuni, to the stage.
I believe any speaker not only wants to hear what he wants to hear, but he is also wants to hear what he needs to hear. That's what I call as feedback. And talking about feedback, Toastmasters Adibah was successful to mark the strength of Toastmasters Vincent's speech, which are the gestures, and how Toastmasters Adibah mentioned how she connect with the story and also also she was pretty sure, so does the audience. And what I liked the most from Toastmasters Adibah was when she said her evaluation, she used the name of Toastmasters Vincent instead you. So she is not having conversation between just like a two persons, but she is using Toastmasters Vincent, his, and so on. So thus she is validating her evaluation for everyone. And talking about feedback, Toastmasters Adibah also successful to mark the things to improve from Toastmasters Vincent, which is vocal variety. Anyhow, evaluation is just like a prepared speech. We need in a constructing the content, we need to have at least three structures, which is opening, body, and conclusion. You did successful in the body, where you gave the feedback of strength and things to improve. I'd like to mark things about the opening. In the opening, instead of saying thank you to GE, then you can start with something captivating in your evaluation. Things that you remind most from Toastmasters Vincent speech, or you can open with quote or anything which is captivating related to the speech. And one more thing that I'd like to add is about the closing. Since in each evaluation, there is an objective to achieve, the purpose to achieve, at the end of your evaluation, you may say, congratulations, Toastmasters Vincent, you did achieve the purpose of your speech, which is blah, 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 and so on. So, well, Toastmasters Adibah, you did so well for your first chance as an evaluator. I believe if you improve your evaluation following the formula of opening, body, and conclusion, you will be more sparkling. Back to you, Vivi. And you did achieve your purpose for giving feedback. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yuni. Such a wonderful feedbacks and encouragement. And one thing I like is about your accents. You have a very good accent for English. I take it as a compliment. So now we should pass, or I should call upon timers, Toastmaster. Time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samuel. So all of the evaluators are eligible to be voted. Congratulations! Back to you, GE. Back to you, GE.
Okay, thank you so much, our timers. And now, shall we call into ballot counters to prepare his evaluators?
Yeah, all right. Let's vote for the best evaluator. Here's the link.
We give 30 seconds for everyone to mark their ballots, to give their ballots.
It's okay. I think we can continue.
Continue. Now, I should call upon my technical role players. Ah-WoD of the day reports. In Malaysia, we call it counters, but I will call it Ah-WoD of the day reports. Toastmaster Maliq to present his report.
Thank you so much, GE. And yeah, first of all, I would like to start with congratulations, everyone. It was really amazing for all the speaker, starting from all the distinguished guests who starting the courage to speak in front of the audience. Congratulations, and all the visiting Toastmaster. That's really amazing. And second one, congratulations also to everyone who's using the word of the day. That's very thoughtful of you, and I'd like to share this report so you can see yourself the word of the day being used and also all the filler word being used by the speakers. Please hold on. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can see it. Toastmaster
Okay,
Maliq.
thank you so much. All right, here this the report for all the speakers who are using the word of the day today, and also all the filler words that I note throughout the sessions. Congratulations to everyone who's flawless. I mean, don't have any filler word, at least from my ears, what I listen. And to those who are still having the filler words, do not worry again. This is just for your notice so you can improve later on. And yeah, you can evaluate later once this session or recording uploaded to our YouTube channel, so you can reevaluate the sessions and make sure to improve on your future delivery. So with this report being presented, may this help you for your next speech session. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much, and back to you, Mr. GE, Toastmaster Samuel.
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Maliq. So I will preserve all my comments at the end of my general evaluators reports. So now let me call the last role players of the day. Our grammarian, Toastmaster Akeel.
Thank you so much. You all had me busy, and I thought I was going to be able to relax and enjoy the meeting, but clearly I was very wrong. But that's the best way to be surprised when you have so many great examples of grammar usage and the word of the day usage to be able to note that you're busy the whole meeting. So I'm going to share with you all a little bit of a report that I've got going on here. First, I noticed that in the meeting, everyone really loves to use comparisons. Like they're your favorite. Oh, let me see if I can change the screen here. Our favorite style of descriptive language is comparisons, usually similes, but there are also other comparisons that were used. For example, I heard people saying it was as sour as my Monday afternoon mood. Just like running with your eyes closed, it's very dangerous. When I heard Toastmaster Hanif, it was like a train. My experience in Toastmasters has been like a roller coaster. Really fantastic ways to use similes like to be able to make the scene more vivid. We also had our GE Samuel taking it one level up, and he used a metaphor. So he compared our evaluation team to his minion team, cutting out the like or as and just directly using the comparison. Fantastic. We also had some amazing adjectives, at least adjectives that I thought were amazing. We had breathtaking by Toastmaster Cintya said that if she focuses on her goals, the experience would be more breathtaking. Many people used bustle or hustle and bustle to describe Jakarta. We also had joyful or joyfulness, euphoria, which is an extreme feeling of joy, which is amazing. We also had one of our evaluators use the word unbearable, which is fantastic and also really strong and powerful. We also heard intriguing and captivating. Really amazing adjectives to help convey emotion and how you're feeling more powerfully. And it was really great to see. One last thing that I want to do to wrap up is just a few things to look out for. I noticed that we tend to overuse plurals sometimes. Very, very common, and this happens a lot in China as well, is Toastmaster versus Toastmasters. If you're referring to a specific person, Toastmaster Samuel or Toastmaster Maliq, then it's singular. That's only one person. They are amazing. They have many amazing things about them, but they're only one person. So make sure that you keep that as Toastmasters singular. Toastmasters is the name of the organization that we are a part of, or it is if you're talking to multiple people. If you're not quite sure which one to use, or if you feel like sometimes this is something that you slip up on, I recommend two things. The first one could be in China, sometimes we make it abbreviated, so we just say TM instead of Toastmaster. If you're referring to a person, you can say TM Samuel instead of Toastmaster Samuel, so you can avoid the S, and then only use Toastmasters when you're talking about the club. Overall, this was a really fun meeting, and the last thing that I want to make sure that we look at is just one sentence that I caught. It's not the only one, but this one stood out to me because I loved the use of the word. I heard one of our evaluators say, I like the synchronize of the hands and the voice. And synchronize is such a beautiful word. Just remember here that you want to use the noun, not the adjective or the verb form. So here would be, I like the synchronization of your hands and your voice, not I like the synchronize of your hands and your voice. But overall, I was blown away. You all had such fantastic uses of adjectives, of descriptive language, that I want to recommend all of my friends from China to come and visit this club just to learn how they can better utilize their language. Thank you so much for having me. I'll give the stage back to our general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akeel. Such wonderful grammarians. I will preserve my comments at the end of my report. Now I should go through the entire meeting's flows. So we start up with Madam President, which is Toastmaster Leony, which is very good. He treats every guest very friendly, because I do observe most of the guests and Toastmasters in this room, we are from international.
So therefore, what I can say is she greet us very well and feel friendly. And secondly, we talk about Toastmaster Garda. Sorry, I need to double check on my. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Secondly, I would like to give a very good credit for Toastmaster Garda. He did a very good job because the most important Toastmaster of the meetings, or we call it Toastmaster of the evening, you are the pillars of the entire meetings. Without you, this meetings flow couldn't go very smooth. And you treat every guest very good and explain to the roles and what is Toastmaster all about. And what I like about you is every session about the speakers, when they finish their speech, you put it your personal feelings toward their speech, which is, if I were the speakers, I feel very touched because you are the person listen to my speech and you have the conclusion. So although for somebody it means nothing, but for new icebreakers, right, it means a lot. Okay, kudos for that. And secondly, we come to table topic masters. What I like about table topic masters, our Madam President Toastmaster Leony, you did it very good, because if we understand table topics, it's a very scary session. If possible, I try to switch off my camera and off my mic as well, try to disappear. But you tell us what is table topic and explain how the game works. And the best part is you ask the experienced members to play with the roles. As a role plays, we understand, oh, this is how the things works. Because in our humans, what we fear is because we don't know what's happening next. So by showcasing us, then we know, oh, this is how we play the games. And finally, I will give you very strong credit is a very interesting table topic. It's just like matchmaking. You just matchmaking every internationals from guests and to the other Toastmasters. Kudos for that. Final. Let's go into evaluators. For evaluators, I would say 3 evaluators is doing very good because you are evaluating icebreaker speech. It's not easy because icebreaker speech, I make a mistake. For my evaluations, I put it very harsh. It won't say very harsh because maybe for experienced Toastmaster, it won't be anything. But for icebreakers, right, we have to find the balance within it. And what you present it is based on the vocal varieties and the delivery parts. It's not on the content, which is, I think, is very good. And on top of that, you provide a very good examples of how do you make it. Do your facial expression really synchronize? Yes, it is. How do you do it? So when I feel sad, so my face will be crumbling up. So kudos for all the evaluators. And for evaluators 1 and 2 and 3, right? My humble suggestions that, like what Toastmaster Yuni said, have the speaker make their project purposes. This is very important because in Toastmaster, every project have a purpose. Because all the evaluation, yes, very good. And what do you do next? What is the area of improvement? But does the speaker meet their... And the last evaluators, Toastmaster units, I would say you are very experienced Toastmasters. You know what is all about, what, how, and why. So from your evaluation, you are very precise on what, why, how. Why is that so important? Because in evaluation, we want a specific area of improvement. Then, as I give you an example, let's say when the vocal is not there, this is what and how, why is so important? Because you deliver a speech, it's like you deliver an emotion to the others, transfer the feelings to the audience. And how do you make it? So by toning up, toning down, you demonstrate it very good. So this is very good example. At last, we will go for word of the day. Sorry, I need sometimes to progress. Word of the day, Toastmaster Maliq. Yes, I would say very constructive construct tables. I would say construct tables. You state it down every name so people easy to see it and know what is the mistake, how many are, and the word of the day, how many uses. Good for that. And my humble suggestion to elevate your report to next levels, by the end of the closings, right, could you demonstrate us how to do it better next time? So as a token, as a nugget for us to get back, okay? And the final one, the Grammarian, Toastmaster Akeel, you did a very good job. Especially, I like your presentation slide. Very good, constructive, and people see it. Okay, this is the word that changed, like Toastmaster. That because sometimes we need to listen a lot. It's not an easy job, and I hate this job. Sorry to say that because I couldn't enjoy the speech as well. I need to catch every single word, but you did it very good. For my request and your reports, you did not miss any single words. Congratulations, kudos. And I would say the entire meetings, SCBD Toastmasters is a very mature club and one of the strongest club in Indonesia. And I would say from the Zoom meetings or hybrid meetings, I can see from the YouTube. So you guys are doing very good in broadcasting and let people know about your club. Keep on and doing the jobs. One things I like the most is you guys did it very creative during table topics. And I hope that in the futures, you might invite me as any role will do. I would like to visit as well. Yes, and I will pass the stage back to Toastmaster Winda, the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Okay, and now the moment we've all been waiting for, our Hall of Fame. Okay, let me share the screen. Wait a minute. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, let's see for the best prepared speaker. Goes to Toastmaster Cintya. Toastmaster Cintya, congratulations. Okay, let's
Congratulations.
let's take a picture, Toastmaster Cintya.
Wait, I think I can take a picture right now. Wait a minute. Hmm. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now for the best table topic speakers. Let's see. Okay, TM Queen and TM Anyong, congratulations. Now let's take the picture.
TM Queen and Enyo. All right. And wait a minute. In 3, 2, 1. Got it. Thank you.
And then next, we'll have the best evaluator. Goes to Toastmaster Yuni. Congratulations, Toastmaster Yuni. Now let's take the picture.
Right. Wait a minute. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, one more time. Hold on, hold on. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations to all winners. Back to you, GE.
I think back to Toastmasters of the day.
Yeah, sorry, back to Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Garda.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Winda, and thank you, Toastmaster Samuel, and for the entire evaluation team for such a splendid and meticulous report that will elevate us in order to make some rooms for improvement so that we can also be better in the next round when we are given the opportunity. So, as we are coming to an end, my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, what a remarkable journey, I would say, that we have had today exploring about this power of international connection. And I have seen a lot throughout our meeting that we have seen how ideas, cultures, and also stories from different corners of the world that can inspire, educate, and also unite us by listening to each and every one of you from the speakers as well as the table topic speakers and how we can learn from the evaluators as well. What I truly love about this theme that the beauty of international connection that I've seen a lot today from different countries coming along across the globe joining our session in SCBD Toastmasters that it resembles that the international connection itself lies in the interchange of perspectives, just like our grammarian Toastmaster Akeel have reminded us to use the word of the day, but it also made us believe that interchange is not just a word, but interchange is something that we can always explore by always leveraging ourselves and making ourselves into the better level and stepping on a better level for that becoming a better individual so that each person bringing their unique experiences to the table and also in return gaining insights that transcend borders because I believe that in every Toastmasters meeting in every speech or evaluation and just like we had the speed friendship session today we witnessed that the true connection doesn't stop at the geographical boundaries or barriers but it grows through curiosity and also respect that and also the willingness to listen how can we attentively listen to every story that would encapsulate the meaning of the international connection itself and now as we are coming to an end for this meeting I would like to remind each and every one of you to carry forward the spirit of openness and also the global camaraderie so that to continue to bridge the differences and also celebrate the diversity that we have and strengthen the bonds, because at the end of the day, that is what Toastmasters is all about. Not only do we learn and elevate and enhance our public speaking skills, but we also connect with each other so that we can make the connection stronger. That will be all from me as your Toastmaster for the meeting. I would like to give the control to our Madam President or the Sergeant at Arms to close the session. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster meeting, TM Garda. Ooh, a lot of interchanges we had in the meeting. I can feel the vibe and the energy, and maybe I would like to ask the guest Rosa, guest Rosa, soon to be Toastmaster Rosa. Are you there? Okay. How about soon to be Toastmaster guest Tari? Are you there as well? And all right, maybe I would like to ask the visiting master, Toastmaster Toshihiro-san. Are you there?
Okay, thank you. It's my promising many guests at the International Diversity Club. It's very happy to be here. The SCBD is
Right.
very yes, okay. Thank you.
Ooh. All right, I just already got an impression already from you, Toshihiro-san. Do you have any feedback for today's meeting?
As several topics is pair the several topics are very unique. Is with Toastmasters one any club is a one person, one question, one person. To pair the topics are very unique. Is yes, it's a pleasure to be. I find a new find.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, TM Toshi-san. Such a pleasure to meet you here. Hope we can see you next week too. Oh, but maybe, how about guest Farah? Are you still here with us?
Yes. I'm sorry, what is the
All
question?
right. Great. Oh, actually, it's more like speak to one another. I just really want to know your impression for today's meeting. And for me, to be honest, I just met you
Yeah,
here for the
this is the
first time,
first
and
time.
maybe your feedbacks for today's meeting.
Okay, yes, this
Oh,
is my
right.
first time actually.
What do you
I
feel about
try to,
today's meeting?
I feel so delighted because this is my first experience to have a public speaking session to all of you. And yeah, that's such a pleasure for me that I can get the experience here. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. And also, well, it's not a coincidence you just met a fellow consultant here. Thanks again, soon to be Toastmaster Farah, and I would like to give the control back to our Madam President, Toastmaster Leony.
All right, thank you so much, our VPO, Toastmaster Sultan, and thank you so much, everyone, for staying out until the end of the meeting. Now, before I give an announcement for today, I would like to call our visiting Toastmaster for first. I would like to call visiting Toastmaster Kim from Achiever Toastmasters Club to introduce about his club. He is the president of Achiever Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Kim. Okay, Toastmaster Eun Kim, and also Toastmaster Kim visiting. Okay, okay. So also I would like to call Toastmaster Akeel. Akeel. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, maybe start from Toastmaster Kim from Achiever Toastmaster Club, and then from Eun from School Toastmasters Club, and from Akeel from BRICS Let's
Thanks,
advance.
Toastmaster Leony. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kim from Toastmasters Achievers Club, and I'm currently the club president. Just to give you a bit of a background of our club, Achievers Toastmasters was founded in 1993, and originally it was a corporate club that gradually transitioned to a community club. We usually hold our meeting every second week of Tuesday and also last Tuesday of the month from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the business district of Metro Manila in Makati City. And our members are composed of people from different walks of lives, from around 26 to seniors. So we're from different fields. Some of us work in HR, accounting, engineering, and also social impact sector. And yes, our club has been constantly awarded as a President Distinguished Club over the years, and many of our members have gone to compete in different speech contests up to the district level. So if you want to visit our club, please feel free to let us know, and we'd be more than happy to welcome you.
Okay,
Thanks.
Dr. Kim. So it's only on site. Do you have any hybrid meeting?
Yes, we do hybrid meeting.
Oh, you did hybrid
Yes.
meeting. What time is it? Maybe you can later on put it on the chat box so maybe we could visit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll put
Okay.
the details in the chat.
All right, thank you so much for
Thank you.
Toastmaster Kim and Toastmaster Gwen, also from Achiever Toastmasters Club. And we love to have a connection with all of you in Philippines. Toastmaster Anyong from Schoolmaster Toastmaster Club. I was just delivering a speech in Toastmaster Anyong Club yesterday. Toastmaster Anyong, could you tell a little bit about your Toastmasters Club?
Schoolmasters is club very one of the best club in Korea, I believe. So, it is conducted in 7:20 p.m. to 9 p.m. in KSD. So in Indonesia, it will be 5:50 p.m. to 7 p.m. But it might be a working time, but I'd appreciate it if you guys could visit our club. And I will also write down our speech info via chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Anyong is the VPE of Schoolmasters. And now, Akeel, let us know about your Toastmaster Club as well.
Thank you. You can see I took the chance to change my background. I love yours, but I had to advertise BRICS plus online advanced Toastmasters Club. We're unique in that we're quite new. We were founded officially in March, but our goal is to bring together people from all over the BRICS countries. So Brazil, we have Russia, India, China, South Africa. But you notice there's a plus at the end. So even if you're not in those countries, we still want you to be able to come and help support the atmosphere. I'm in Shanghai, but I'm from the US and I'm the founding vice president of education. So we're not exclusive to anyone there. In particular, though, our meetings are every Saturday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. GMT plus 8. So we're 1 hour ahead of Indonesia. So you all will be, I guess, 6 p.m., right, was when it would start for you all. If you're free, please feel free to join us, especially for tomorrow, because tomorrow we're still looking for an IE and a warm-up host. So if you want to get a chance to join and really actively participate, please reach out to me. I'll put the information in the Zoom chat box. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Anyong, Kim, and also Akeel. We've interchanged a lot of information today, and I think we could interchange a partnership between Toastmasters Club around the globe. Thank you so much for this. And now I would like to give a little bit of announcement to give. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's wait a little bit. I know it's a little bit, we're over time currently, but I know you're still with a happy morning vibe. Okay, so first one, I would like to inform, our first time role takers or speakers, Toastmaster Winda, Toastmaster Cintya, Toastmaster Hanif, and Toastmaster Adibah. Wow, that is amazing. I would like to just give first I would like to give a confetti. Can I get confetti? Okay, great. Confetti is I'm doing this confetti. Okay, the next one, I would like to give an announcement for educational achievement for Toastmaster Maliq, who has completed Presentation Master Level 1, and also Toastmaster Maranatha, who also completed their Presentation Master Level 1. I will give it another confetti here. I just love confetti, so I'm going to give it all of it. Okay, for our next meeting, it would be August 15th. And it's going to be interesting because we also have this special Indonesian Independence Day special meeting, Courage to Achieve Freedom. We will have a debate session. So make sure that you come again. It's also online because it's not yet the end of our Friday, the end of week of Friday week. So we're still doing it online, 6:55 to 9 p.m. GMT +7. Okay, so if you are interested in anything about SCBD Toastmasters Club or Toastmasters International itself, you can definitely contact our Vice President of Membership, Toastmaster Flow. Make sure that you contact her, and you can also join our guest group. So yeah, I'll also give Toastmaster Flow confetti just because. That's about it. I think we have done a numerous things within the interchange ideas and laughters together. Thank you so much, everyone. And for those of you who want to stay after this session, we will still open this Zoom meeting. So make sure you stay if you want to have a little bit of chit chat. And now, with the power vested in me, I would like to officially adjourn this meeting by saying happy morning.
Happy morning. Thank you,
Happy
everyone.
morning. Thank you,
Morning.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Morning. Thank you,
You're
everyone.
welcome.